Welcome to the Culture Course Show, where we help you find the top talent and create a company culture. You're going to create an environment where your team, your employees can thrive. Well, sometimes in a company culture, in an environment, there's conflict. So what does employee conflict resolution look like in a healthy company culture? How do you manage employee conflict resolution with a team of people? What can you do? Well, there are various ways that you can deal with conflict. And Forbes, they recently did an article that gave 4 ways to deal with employee conflict resolution. They have these 4 things listed. You got to make sure you have the right timing. You have to make sure that you know your boundaries. You have to respect differences. And you have to confront tension. Now, here's the thing. Although those steps are helpful, it doesn't deal with the primary issues when it comes to conflict in the workplace, especially with employees. When it comes to employee conflict resolution, what do we have to do? What's the one thing we really got to lean into? We can't fear it. We can't fear it. All too often, managers, owners, we are scared to dive in to conflict. And when there is some conflict, when there is some grinding and just some rubbing and just some pressure, it's just, I don't want to deal with it. And you kind of back out. But we can't do that. We cannot fear dealing with conflict resolution. Patrick Lencioni, he's an author of various New York Times and Wall Street Journal best-selling books. I mean, the guy's an overall expert on businesses and team company culture. He's just an unbelievably intelligent person. Check out some of his books. Patrick Lencioni, he has this quote: "Fear of conflict will stifle productivity and keep you playing small." You want your team to grow? You want your business to grow? You better lean in to conflict. This week's episode brought to you by culturecourse.com/hiring. Go to culturecourse.com/hiring. Free resource, video, walkthrough, do's and don'ts. It is the framework that you need to follow to hire and attract awesome employees. culturecourse.com/hiring. Okay, so Patrick Lencioni, he's saying fear of conflict will stifle productivity and keep you playing small. In order for your team to perform well, in order for your business to grow, you need to learn that conflict isn't always bad. And that conflict many times can be good. There are relationships within my office that are extremely beneficial. There are certain employees, certain people on the team that have these really, really special relationships, and these special relationships have increased performance. They've created some amazing ideas and have made the company grow in unbelievable ways. But did you know that those relationships are only special in part because of conflict? Because they maybe have had some issues, and then they dove into those issues, leaned into those issues. And me as a leader even went in and addressed those issues and said, hey, we got some conflict. That's okay. Let's work through this. Let's deal with this, because guess what this conflict does for a relationship? Conflict in relationships is an opportunity to galvanize relationships, to make things stronger and hardened and better, to prepare for the awesome things that those relationships were going to net for the company moving forward. Maybe it's a conflict in an idea, okay? You're in a meeting, or you say you have this endeavor, I want to do things this way, and an employee says, no, I want to do it this way, I don't think it's right. Lean into that conflict. Say, hey, look, I'm sensing that you don't necessarily like what we've got going on here. There's some conflict here. Guess what? Conflict's good. We can learn. We can grow. It can be awesome. Either I'm going to learn from you that I got to listen to you a little bit, maybe adjust some things that we're doing, or you're going to learn that you got to trust me, that I think that this is the way to go and we need to do it. And when we do hard things, when we sacrifice and maybe do things that we don't always agree with, we can grow as individuals and we can grow as a team. You can lean into that conflict. You can lean into that conflict and create that galvanizing, create some of those calluses that'll help you not feel some of the things moving forward, okay? So this week's call to action. How are you going to create a thriving company culture? Schedule once a week time where you're going to look for conflict. It happens. If there's a week that happens without any conflict, you're probably not growing. Because, as Patrick Lencioni said, it'll keep you playing small. In growing and thriving businesses, there's always going to be conflict somewhere. Don't avoid it. Don't fear it. Look for it. And lean into it and say, hey guys, I'm noticing some conflict here. That's okay. I'm all right with that. Hopefully you guys are too. We're going to have some uncomfortable conversations. That's okay. We're going to grow. We're going to get better. Find the conflict. Don't be a person who's always looking for negative. Just know and understand that conflict is happening. And be a leader that's aware of those conflicts and leans into those, doesn't fear them, and works through them, because then you won't be playing small. You'll be having business that grows to very, very high levels. It's culturecourse.com/hiring that is going to give you the framework, the free resource, the free video, do's and don'ts, to find these awesome people in your culture. And then once they're there, you can continue to help them thrive by being a leader that leans into conflict. culturecourse.com/hiring. Check out the free resource. And then this week, make sure you're scheduling time where you're going to look for conflict. And then don't be scared of it. Lean into it. You got this. Conflict is good. And it can help you grow, it'll help your team grow, and it will for sure help your business grow. Have an awesome week.